Hi, darlings. Welcome to DreamieStudios. I am so happy you're here. If you're a fan of love and happily ever afters, you found your new home. Click that subscribe button and join the family so you never miss an episode. Also, don't forget to also like and share this video and channel with your fellow story lovers. Let's grow together and also drop a comment below telling me your favorite romance tropes. Now, let's dive into today's episode. Episode 1, His Rejection. The mate bond snaps into place like a chain around my throat, and I know immediately that my life is over. Right in the center of the grand hall of the Silvermoon Pack, I'm standing there like a nobody, surrounded by hundreds of people whose eyes bore into me with different looks ranging from pity to disgust. I look down, the shiny floor under my feet reflecting the horror on my face before I lift up my eyes, now staring at him. Alpha Damien Blackwood, the most powerful, the most beautiful, but also the cruelest alpha I have ever encountered. And apparently, according to the moon goddess and her infinite sense of humor, he is my fated mate. His stormy gray eyes rake all over my body with such revulsion that I feel my wolf, Kira, whimpering and retreating deep into the corners of my mind. She has always been small, always been quiet, just like me. But even though I'm the silent run of the pack, my body tells a different story. I am large, soft, round in places where most she-wolves are supposed to be lean and angular. I am a plus-size woman bigger than most normal body weights and curves compared to other women in the pack. My curves are thicker, and honestly, I stopped giving a bloody damn about the whispers that the other pack members always spilled behind my back, including the looks of twisted lust I always got from the males, mated and unmated. They desire me, but they don't have the fucking balls to stand by my side. Tonight, I wish I also continued ignoring the stings of their words and disgust, but the way Damien is glaring at me hurts so much. My mate hates me. The one person in the world who is supposed to care about me hates me. What a cruel irony. His lips curl into a snarl that transforms his gorgeous face into something monstrous. The entire hall has gone silent, the party music already dead as everyone waits for their alpha to speak, to claim his mate, to complete the bond between us because I know he feels the pull too. But instead, he speaks the words that will haunt me for the rest of my life. I, Alpha Damien Blackwood, reject you fat ugly runt as my mate and Luna. The venom in his voice stabs through my chest, and I feel each syllable like a bloody slice, each word designed to carve away at whatever remains of my self-worth. Accept my rejection, you worthless trash. Accept it now. How can he be so cruel? The bond is still alive and pulsing between us, waiting for my decision. I want to give in to the urge of desperation inside me. I want to plead with him to reconsider. I want to beg him to see past my body and accept me. But deep in my heart, I know I am already doomed. Also, Damien Blackwood has never been known for his mercy or his compassion. He built the Silvermoon Pack into the most feared pack in the Eastern Territories through his strength and ruthlessness. Softness has no place in his world. And I am nothing if not soft. My hands shake as I clasp them in front of my chest, trying to make myself smaller, trying to disappear into the ground beneath my feet. My auburn hair falls forward, hiding my face from the crowd, but I can still feel their stares and still hear their barely suppressed laughter. My mother is standing near the back, her face buried in my father's chest, unable to watch. They are both ranked wolves and respected members of the pack. But now, their only daughter has brought them shame by being mated to the alpha and simultaneously rejected by him in the span of seconds. Damien circles me like a predator, his movements fluid and graceful in ways mine have never been. He inherited his alpha title and position from his father 5 years ago, at only 19 years old, and he has ruled with an iron fist ever since then. Every she-wolf in the pack has dreamed of being his mate, always fantasizing about standing beside him as his Luna. I never allowed myself such dreams. I knew better. Girls like me don't get fairy tale endings. Are you dumb or just plain stupid? Damien growls angrily, still waiting for my response. Does he think it's something I can just give? The bond pulls at my chest, trying to draw me towards him, trying to make me close the distance and touch him in order to complete what was started by this sick, twisted fate we share. However, I resist the temptation with everything I have. Kira whines in my head, obviously hurt that our mate rejected us, and is also looking at us like we are garbage lying in front of his feet. Well, since Cat got your tongue, I'll make you accept my rejection. His tone is dark, nearly making me flinch. Already heartbroken, I watch as he pulls out his phone and makes a call. And within minutes, 3 of the most beautiful she-wolves I have ever seen catwalk into the hall, all scantily dressed. Just one look at them is more than enough to tell me that they are well-trained for pleasure and seduction. They are everything I am not. Tall, slender, and walking towards Damien with creamy long legs that are nicely shaped, shiny, and moisturized with perfumed oils. Their tight, skimpy dresses are showcasing every inch of their perfect bodies, and they are staring at Damien with sinful looks of hunger that makes my stomach churn. Fuck, I feel like breaking their necks. Damien doesn't even look at me. He is only watching them as they climb the raised platform before they encircle him, touching him. The guests begin to murmur, some looking away, others watching with morbid fascination. My parents try to reach me, but Beta Marcel stops them with a raised hand. This is alpha business, and I am being taught a lesson for not accepting the alpha's rejection. Right in front of me, I watch as one of the women starts kissing Damien, and he lets her, his hand roaming all over her body and downwards, grabbing her ass. The other 2 women are also busy caressing his body with their hands, also stealing mocking glances at me. How dare they touch my mate? Unable to endure watching the scene, I angrily lunge forward to tear them away from Damien and probably give him the mind-resetting slap of his life. But what happens next will be seared into my memory forever. Damien orders 2 of his enforcers to restrain me, and he also orders them to pin me down to my knees at the base of the platform and force me into watching him and those women. His enforcers obey, pushing me down to my knees and holding me in place when I try to turn my face away. This is pure torture. I look around, but no one is coming forward to help me or stop this nonsense. Most of the guests are now leaving, and as of my parents, they are nowhere to be seen. One of the enforcers turns my head back to Damien, and I almost puke in pain at the sight in front of me. One of the women is now on her knees, unbuckling his belt. Stop this, I scream in agony. I will only stop if you accept my rejection, he says and smirks before he grabs the woman's hair and forces her to look up at him. The mate bond inside me is screaming in agony with each touch he gives them and each moment that should be mine, but is being given to strangers. I close my eyes, but the enforcers force them open. Damien wants me to see. He wants me to understand my place. He wants me to know that even though the moon goddess chose me for him, he never would. He never will. Maybe I should do the same too. Besides, he already rejected me, and I don't plan on living my life holding on to scraps. But if I accept his rejection, the backlash that will follow me, it scares me. Or worse, I could risk banishment. My wolf howls in my head, a sound of pure anguish that makes me feel like I may actually die from it. The mate bond is supposed to be sacred, beautiful, unbreakable. What Damien is doing is desecration and wicked torture. He is showing everyone exactly what he thinks of the moon goddess's choice. Now, it's time I show him mine. Fine, I say, and he turns to me, including the she-wolves who are staring at me with smirks on their faces. Finally, she speaks. He taunts me, and he descends from the platform and walks towards me. For a moment, hope flares in my chest. Maybe he will apologize. Maybe he will explain that this was all some terrible test or some way of making me prove my devotion. Maybe he will claim me now and make all of this pain worth something. Instead, he grabs my chin painfully, forcing me to meet his eyes. And in those stormy eyes, I see nothing there but disgust and contempt. He really hates me, and it's time I accept that and stop hopping. Still looking at him, now glaring at him, I say the words that will break me further. Completely. I, Bailey Nealman, accept your rejection, Alpha Damien Blackwood. The instant those words leave my lips, the pain that follows is indescribable, and I scream, struggling in the grasps of the enforcers. They release me and I clutch my chest, feeling the pain as if someone plunged into my ribs, grabbed my heart, and tore it out mercilessly. Kira howls in pain inside me, her agony almost driving me to the brink of madness. Damien is just watching with cold satisfaction as I fall to the floor and writhe on the tiles, blood trickling from my nose and ears, my body trying to reject what my soul knows is unnatural. The bond between us is broken, completely broken and shattered. Well, since I no longer have any use for a fat, ugly thing like you in my pack, I banish you and command that you never step foot into my pack again. What? Did he just banish me? He is truly evil. Aside from rejection, banishment from the pack is the ultimate punishment for a pack wolf. We are creatures of family, of belonging. To be cast out is to be sentenced to a slow death that is gladly accomplished by the rogues roaming the territories between packs. Rogues who are wolves that have lost their minds to isolation and bloodlust. A lone wolf, especially a female one as weak as me, will not be able to survive long beyond Silvermoon pack borders. Please, Alpha Damien, I beg, please reconsider. Get out of my sight, or I'll have the enforcers throw you out, he barks at me. Those words slam into me, delivered with the force of an alpha command that cannot be disobeyed because I could be killed. I have no other choice but to leave. Already hopeless, I try to stand but my legs won't support me. The rejection has left me weak, trembling, and unable to even shift into my wolf form for protection. Suddenly, I hear running footsteps behind me, and when I turn, I see my parents running towards me. But Damien's growl stops them in their tracks. They are not banished. If they help me, if they defy the Alpha, they will share my fate. My mother's sobs follow me as I crawl towards the doors. No one is helping me. No one dares. This is the Alpha's verdict, and in this godforsaken pack, the Alpha verdict is law. Finally, I arrive outside, the night air hitting me with a sharp coldness that instantly seeps into my skin and bones. Grabbing the railing, I manage to stand and walk away, leaving behind everything I have ever known. My family, my home, my future. I am leaving behind all the pieces of my soul that were shattered and scattered back there in the hall like shards of broken glass. The pack territory extends for miles in every direction, and I have until dawn to cross the borders. After that, if I am found within Silvermoon lands, I will be killed on sight. I force myself to keep moving, to keep taking one step after another. My wolf is too damaged to shift, so all I can do is walk, but each step is agony. The rejection wound feels like acid in my veins, burning through me and making every movement harder, but I keep walking because the alternative is to lie down and die. An alternative that I won't accept because something stubborn in me refuses to give Damien that satisfaction. The forest closes around me as I leave the pack compound behind. Trees that once felt like protection now feel like a prison. Every shadow could hide a rogue. Every sound could signal an attack. I have no weapons, no supplies. I have nothing but the clothes on my back and the will to survive. However, I keep going. Fade to black. Open. Hours pass. The moon has climbed higher, watching my pathetic progress with the same indifference the moon goddess showed when she bound me to a male who would destroy me. My feet are sore and bleeding inside my shoes. My lungs are burning with each breath I take. The rejection wound continues to leach my strength, drop by drop, moment by moment. Finally, I reach the border just as false dawn begins to lighten the eastern sky. The territorial markers stand like sentinels, tall posts carved with the Silvermoon pack symbol. Beyond them lies neutral territory, the unclaimed lands where rogues hunt and lone wolves die. I place my hand on the last marker, feeling the rough edges of the sign under my palm. And then I step across into exile. For my entire life, I have always felt the connection to Silvermoon, that subtle awareness of other wolves and of belonging to something greater than myself. Now there is only emptiness, a void where that connection used to be. I am truly alone. I keep walking until I can't walk anymore. Highly exhausted, I collapse at the base of an oak tree. My body has nothing left to give. The rejection, the banishment, the emotional trauma of the last 8 hours have drained me completely. Now, all I want is to curl into a ball and wrap my arms around myself. And that is exactly what I do. I close my eyes and let the darkness take me, afraid that I might never wake again. Kira stirs weakly in my mind, trying to offer comfort, but she is as broken as I am. We are dying, both of us, and maybe that is for the best. Maybe the moon goddess made a mistake with us. Maybe we were never meant to exist at all. If you enjoyed today's episode and want more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join the DreamieStudios community. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who loves a fantastic romance. I've got another exciting episode already in the works, and it's coming your way sooner than you think, so hit that subscribe button and keep an eye on your feed. Until then, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on today's video. Let me know in the comments. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next episode.